Dear students, in this series of lecture of American literature, today we will be dealing with Walt Whitman and his poem When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed. Walt Whitman was born on 1819. He had English and Dutch and Quaker ancestry. His father was an Englishman and mother was a Dutch. He lived in West Hills, Long Island, which is almost the border of Dutch and English colonies. His father was a farmer and a Democratic, and his mother was a Quaker. Quakers believed that every human being should follow their inner light. Walt Whitman was follower of Emerson and Thoreau. So he had adopted that spirit from his parents as well as he was transcendentalist. When Lilacs Last in the Dooryard Bloomed was written in April 1865. The year 1865 is very important because President Abraham Lincoln was assassinated this year. This is an elegy. An elegy is written on death of a person. This is a pastoral elegy because in this the background there is pastoral with lilacs as the main symbol and shepherds. Here Abraham Lincoln is considered as shepherd as he looked and took care of America in the same manner as a shepherd looks after his sheep. The poem is written in the glory of Abraham Lincoln and the grief which surrounded after the death of Lincoln. Many people did not like the stand which Abraham Lincoln took for the abolition of slavery. At that time, America was divided into North American states and South American states. The North American states did not like slavery, but in South American states there was a lot of cultivation of cotton, and for this they need African slaves. So there was a civil American war between 1861 and 1865. Abraham Lincoln represented the heart. He was the soul and he was the life of people of America. He understood the pain and grief of the slaves. He did not like that African people should be ill-treated, but people like John Wilkes Booth, who were against his policies and assassination of slavery, he shot dead him while he was watching a play. So Abraham Lincoln died. With the death of Abraham Lincoln, the people were shocked and they were in a great gloom. The poem is written with the background of a spring, though spring is admired in the Western world, but today the spring is totally a gloomy picture. Lilacs. Why does the poet use the word? What is the significance of it? Lilacs here is used because it is grown in length and breadth of whole America. It stands for brotherhood. It stands for unity. He has used the word last because Whitman felt that after the death of Lincoln, the beauty, that is the brotherhood that persisted in America, will not last. So lilacs is blooming beautifully for the last time in America. He has used the word dooryard. So we are talking about the backyard of Walt Whitman where lilacs bloomed and represented America too. There is a star, a drooping star in the western horizon. The loud sky represents grief. The dark night represents the gloom. Drooping star, the fixed star, Abraham Lincoln and his relation with his country. The spring, the lilacs, the backyard, the drooping star, all reminded the poet of Abraham Lincoln, and all were seemed to be in grief. Now the stanza third, fourth The meaning of lilacs is more developed. The poet plucks the lilacs and goes to place it in the coffin of Abraham Lincoln. He hopes to share his grief with the countrymen. Lilacs becomes sympathy. Lilac symbolizes equality, equanimity, and brotherhood. All the people were mourning this time. Hermit thrush represents the voice of spirituality. It will die if it will not sing. It is singing with a bleeding throat, and it is singing, and its song is compared to Walt Whitman, and he says death outlets song of life. In stanzas 5 to 10, he describes the journey of Lincoln's coffin across the country. It journeys night and day through street, lane, farm, and field. It journey whole of North America. People were dressed in black. Women were dressed in black. The flags were lowered. The bell of the church tolled because they wanted to show their solidarity and love for their president. The poet's grief became universal. In stanzas 7 to 10, he says that the poem is not only a song of mourning, it is a song of death also. He offers the streaks of lilacs not only to his beloved poet but to all those who died in civil war. He remorse for the people dead in civil war. The hermit thrush tries to talk about spirituality and tells him about the actual nature of death, but he is in no mood to listen to the bird. He is unable to accept death. He cannot give up his grief. The stanzas 11 to 14, he describes the kind of pictures he would like to put in the burial house of Lincoln. He says that he would like to put the picture of prairies, people working in the farm, the gardens, the flowers, the rivers, and the natural beauty of America. People working in their office, people coming out of their work. Abraham Lincoln lived in the heart of people of America, so he wanted America to be present there. Now he comes back where he started, and he passed through the lilacs. He passed through the drooping star. He passed through the dark night. He passed through the thunders, and finally, after hearing the song of the bird, he finally realizes that the bird teaches him that death is inevitable, for those who are born will die. But Abraham Lincoln will become immortal and will live in the hearts of the people of America. He also remembers the people who sacrificed their life in the Civil War. He believed that Abraham Lincoln and all the other people who sacrificed for America will be alive, and those who are living, they are tormented because they are remembering them and adoring them. So he starts glorifying the death. He joyously starts singing. The lilac, the star, and the bird have a chanting in his soul. He went to the lilac, star, and bird, and then comes again knowing a lot more about death. The bird teaches him about immortality and life after death. Whitman has written this poem in 16 verses, and the poem does not follow any metrical pattern. It has written in a free verse. The poet has become immortal with the death of Abraham Lincoln, and he has represented death in such a beautiful poetry. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and if you have liked it, please subscribe it.